On October 21st, 1966, an entire school in a small Welsh village was buried in seconds. Children were sitting in their classrooms when a wave of black debris suddenly crashed through the walls. 144 people died that morning, and it was a disaster that should have never happened. Aberfan was a quiet mining village in South Wales. For decades, the town lived under the shadow of coal mining. Above the village, massive piles of mining waste had been dumped on the hillside. These tips, made of loose rock and coal slurry, grew larger every year. But there was one critical problem. They had been placed directly on top of natural underground water springs. Residents had raised concerns before, but no action was taken. In the days leading up to the disaster, heavy rain fell continuously over the region. The ground became saturated. Water slowly seeped into the waste pile above the village, turning it into something far more dangerous: a massive, unstable layer of black slurry. Early on the morning of October 21st, everything was in place for a catastrophe. At around 9:15 a.m., the hillside gave way. Thousands of tons of liquefied debris suddenly broke loose. The avalanche rushed downhill at terrifying speed. Within seconds, it slammed into homes and directly into Pantglas Junior School. Classrooms were instantly filled with mud and rubble. Children and teachers were trapped with no time to escape. Rescue efforts began almost immediately. Miners, parents, and emergency teams rushed to dig through the debris with their bare hands. But the conditions were overwhelming. The heavy slurry had hardened into a dense, suffocating mass. As hours passed, hope slowly faded. By the end, 144 people had lost their lives. 116 of them were children. The investigation that followed revealed a devastating truth. The disaster had been entirely preventable. Warnings had been ignored. The placement of the waste tip had been dangerously flawed from the beginning. Aberfan became a symbol of negligence and a tragedy that changed industrial safety laws forever. But for the families who lost everything, the damage could never be undone. And to this day, Aberfan is remembered as one of the most heartbreaking disasters in modern history.